Hi there and welcome back, dear friends and deep thinkers, to Portugal, to Asturias, to Galicia, to Badajoz. There's so many kingdoms here now, and that is not unlike the history here. We have a new king, King Adalfonso II Rodriguez of Portugal. And he wants to divorce his spouse. We've already talked to the Pope. And he'll do it, because she has fled to another court even. Because she's twice an adulterer. One time we forgave her. Second time, not anymore. And she went away. Who are we, though? We are, apparently this time, not cynical. A little bit fickle, and we're ambitious. So we definitely have some goals that we want to complete step by step. And what goals could that be for a forgiving man and for a faithful mastermind philosopher, as we are? Or even an aspiring blade master, which led to a lot of rivalries when we were practicing. We're an aggressive attacker, an excellent knight, very strong, and we are also an albino, which increases our dread. We are a little bit dreadful, but it's just, as our father had said, our grandfather rather, it's the purity of Cantabria that shows in us. So maybe our new wife will also be an albino, because we really believe that. We are also a theologian. We have an increased learning, monthly piety, and we can construct temples and temple buildings better. We're a herbalist. And this theologian thing, that could lead to something important. I mean, we are controlling too much for what we could hold. Portugal's capital at the moment is Toledo. And there is a couple of really nice counties here in the middle that our father actually tried to bring to the Christian faith and the right culture. And we will continue that, because that's what we like to do. You can see we've done it already in the county of Toledo. And it's just an excellent building here that we have. And we will continue that. So all of the other things that we have, for example, Leon, our proud and former capital, and Santiago, and also Najera and Niebla, which is here, Niebla and Najera, need to go to our sons. But not to our player heir. He can only have this, the central line. So we'll give that away to son 3 and son 2 and son 3. And there's a special situation with our sons too. Our player heir is sterile. He cannot have kids. He will marry, but we know that any kids that he has are not his. So that's something special here. So this guy, Infante Vela Leonores of Portugal, will probably follow him on the throne. So we also need to strengthen him, and they could maybe become friends. Maybe we'll try to get that going. And then we have this little chap, Infante Adalfonso Leonores of Portugal, who is even comely. He'll also get something. He won't get left behind. We will also probably not reform faith. We want to further faith somehow, and probably lead some holy wars after we have converted, or while we are converting. I mean, the Abdallahids and the Umayyads need to be gotten under control. Maybe also the Sheikhdom of Cabra. All these little things here. We need to have, that's our dream, like a Christian Hispania. And maybe we're ambitious, form the Empire of Hispania. Maybe that is possible. We'll need to take a lot for that. And we'll probably need to go to Africa for that. That's the faraway dream that we have. We, as in us and our father, have just won a war for Asturias against Aquitaine. So most probably and hopefully Asturias And our cousin and brother-in-law will be allied to us very, very soon. I mean, he desires the Duchy of Leon. We could give it to him, but we could also keep it. That's his primary heir, the son of King Sebastian II. He's a giant, even. It's very, very interesting. So, but that's not enough. I mean, as soon as we're king, we want to go, and as there's peace, we want to go on a pilgrimage first. Of course. I mean, what else could we do, right? We are a theologian. We need to go on a pilgrimage. That's the thing. And first, we'll go to Santiago, probably. That's one of the things. We have a lot of rivals, but what will we do? I mean, we're forgiving, so we'll maybe try to appease them somehow. Try to get rid of the rivalries. If we cannot do that, we might consider other things. I mean, we're also kind of diplomatic, so going for spy mastery is probably the last thing we will try. We want to try to get rid of these rivalries by charming them somehow. And of course, we need a new wife, and I've already made an offer to her. No, we have not yet made an offer. We need to divorce first, my goodness me. We cannot just do that. We have, as you can see, we are also caring for our family. We have 2 wards, and these are our sons, so probably that is a pattern. And once our son here is of age, we'll probably go and take our littlest son under our wings, and maybe our new wife can take care of the daughters. So, that is all. That's quite a lot. We also want new alliances. Maybe these can be with our brothers. That would be his dream. He's a little bit familiar. He's also got a lot of gold, and you can see that we're losing a lot of gold. But that's not really a problem. That will change soon. Once we've taken over, and once we got the Duchy of Toledo working for us. So, let's start by giving the most valuable ones to our second son, like Leon. Go to Infanta Leonores. Then we have Santiago, which will also go to our son. And then we have Niebla, which will go to our little son. And he'll also get Najera. Note that he will usually stay at our court when we have the guardianship for him, which is what we have. So that fixes something, and as soon as we have a spouse, I'm sure we will have one more holding available. So we'll keep to that. Then we can transfer Infante Vela of Leon to Infante Estebanu of Leon. Vela of Leon. That is, I think, our son, and we could give it to our brother. Kind of don't want to do that. Our brother is kind of powerful, but he's not very competent except in learning. But yeah, he could maybe become a marshal, but we still need a marshal to increase control, so it's probably not a good idea to have him have further responsibilities. So we need to somehow charm him in another way. We'll only do this when it is necessary. I mean, he's not a good schemer as well, so he won't be powerful or dangerous to us. We have children that lack guardians. We should address that. Our daughter Marquesa de Cantabria. Let's have a look at her. She has to focus on learning education. She has disputed heritage. Yeah. So, We should kind of not care too much for her. There's a singular focus. It's not that harsh though. So we should give her a guardian maybe far away. Maybe we don't want to see her. So Infanta Marquesa. Wait. Who could educate the child? Who could educate the child? Infanta Marquesa Leonores. Hello? We have many older children. Okay. Our daughter Leonor de Cantabria. Yeah, okay, so she also has disputed heritage. Yeah, our wife was very unfaithful. She's already betrothed to Count Gaton of Tui. And now we cannot give it to him. Vassal in the Kingdom of Galicia. Okay. Who should care for her? She has got a martial education. Maybe we need someone else with a martial education. Maybe, I don't know. Who's the only one with a martial education? So we don't seem too crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be Jimeno. Jimeno will like us more for that, so here we go. Now, Marquesa de Cantabria. And we want her rather far away, maybe. So we should find her a spouse. Brittany, Kent. And we'll just send her to that court, maybe. That would be a good idea. Who is that? The Duchy of East Saxe. I don't know. Maybe that's not something we would do, and we will not give her into Lollardian hands. That goes too far for a theologian like us. But maybe Carinthia, wherever that is. Duke Walter of Carinthia. Maybe we want to limit this. I mean, she could give us an alliance, so... Let's see. Iberian heritage. Coruña. Nisa. Mertola. The city of Mertola. The city of Nisa. I mean, she could go to a city, man. That would let us get rid of her, right? That would be something. That would probably be something that we would do. Or we could get an alliance out of her. Ramiro Heramelis. So we'll send her there. He's the courtier of Captain Belasco. Okay. We'll send her there. And once that is done, we'll try to get her over to the county of Coruña, right? So we'll give her to our brother or something. So she's already there. Let's take a small step forward. We won the war led by Sebastian II Sebastianus of Asturias against Infante Carloman of Aquitaine. And, of course, we have contributed a lot, and King Sebastian II of Asturias loves us now. So be it, which is very good. After much prayer and deliberation, I've decided to grant your request to divorce your wife Leonor on the grounds of adultery. I'm sorry, Leonor. So we've gotten rid of our wife, and our son Vela will be betrothed to my daughter Estefania, which is excellent. We have an alliance with our cousin. And we can see if we can send... if we can send a kid over there. We can only offer him Ximena Leonores. No, we want to keep her. I think... yeah, I mean, she's also albino. I mean, that's a clear sign that she's the right one. Now we need to find a wife for us. As we're divorced, we can disband all the armies too. Let's do that. I know, we already have monthly income. We can hold court, but no, we want to find a spouse. We want to find a good spouse. How about him? Divorced close family. Yeah, of course. Our kids won't like us that much for that. Now we're 40, we're feeling fine. What is our weakness? Our weakness is kind of stewardship and intrigue and martial. So, it would be atypical to have a spouse in these times with good at martial. So, we'll look for someone good at stewardship or intrigue. Yeah, Iberian heritage would help. Catholicism, healthy, fertile. Yeah. Let's just get through here. She's from the county of Astorga, which would be a good alliance. Well, we could go for rank, just as an experiment. We have County Teresa or Veces of Benavente. But she's... she's very, very young. We have the Countess Hermenierdis of Mallorca. I mean, she's also a widow. That could be ideal. Look at that. She's good at stewardship. She's an architect, a fortune builder. She's content. I mean, she's a little bit gluttonous and fickle, but we're, I think, also fickle. So that could fit in well. And then there's some mayors. We don't really want a mayor. But she would be an option. And Teresa or Seves. She's also of our house. But we would wait for her for a long time. I mean, Countess Hermenierdis of Mallorca would be a good choice. I mean, we will probably not have many kids, which is not bad, because we already have some kids. We have 3 male heirs. That's quite a lot. That's enough. She is feeling fine. She's a little bit gluttonous. Well, it is as it is. She's a good steward. She has the county of Mallorca. That's also her line of succession, is Countess Liviugothona of Menorca. Maybe we could get that title. Not sure about that. Maybe if we would make it so she would get a child. We will not be able to seduce her because she's not attracted to men, though. And that's maybe something that we don't really want at our court, being a serious theologian. So, that's not that great. We don't know what she will do. She's probably somehow related to us, which is not great, but it's also not bad. But she's only 6, and we'll have to wait for 15 years or something until we marry her. So that's not a good decision to betroth her. Who knows how she looks in all these years? Who knows if she even survives? No, we need a wife now that can support us. So we'll look it around. Let's see. Maybe there's someone really good. Sancha de Alcácer do Sal. She's shy, greedy, and brave. She would be able to support us really well. And let's just look at our traits. Fickle, forgiving, ambitious. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not that great. Ines de Mier, she's gregarious, also forgiving, and a little bit arrogant. We don't really care about her being arrogant. She's not good at stewardship, so that could be a problem, but she would be great at intrigue. And she's pretty. So Ines is probably a very good choice for us. Sancho de Alcázar as well. Even though she doesn't like us that much. She would like us very much from the start. Then let's have a look. I mean, this is stewardship. We might look for someone with good stewardship. She, not too bad. Here's a claim. She has a claim of a county of Coimbra, which is good. Maria has a claim. Has good stewardship. Elisenda has extremely good stewardship. And is intelligent and is young enough to produce offspring. She's wrathful, gluttonous, and diligent. She'll probably die of stress, is what that means. Then we have Infanta Leonor Sebastianez of Asturias, our cousin, and she hates us with a passion. Yeah, that's our former wife. Ah, yeah, that was interesting. Then there's some younger ones who are still learning, but they're not that interesting for us. Maybe we want someone experienced, at least a little bit. At least a little bit. So let's go back. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Ines or Sancha? That's really the question. Shy, greedy, brave, but doesn't like us that much. And she is forgiving, so she's more virtuous, and maybe that's something that we like from the being a theologian. We like that she's also forgiving, and so yeah, we have to do it like that. Chance of children would be low with her. We can look at the other woman, Sancha. Chance of children will be medium, interestingly. We have Munia de Cantabria here, who is relevant for us. She's compassionate, arbitrary, and wrathful. Also someone good. We'll probably be able to charm her, but someone pretty. Yeah, I think we'll go for her and try to romance her. Pretty. We can hold court. Not that we need to do this right now, but we also want to start right away in Cuenca. We want to construct a new holding there, and it will be a temple. Now that's just something we want to do. Because we're a theologian, we want to have a temple there. That's something we need to do on grounds of our faith. Then, after we've married and such, we will go on a pilgrimage. Let's go step by step. Alliance formed with Captain Belasco. There's the Leonese. Okay. Can we send him? No, cannot send him anything. Okay, excellent still. We have a dangerous faction. Wants independence from their liege. That's just some of these Muvaladi populists. Because we're trying to convert here everywhere. Count Archamabord of Amiens. Your son and heir Rodrigo will be betrothed to my good Denise. Denise is a confider, a bastard, so that shouldn't lead to much problems. And she's chaste, which is just okay for us. To the benign Alfonso, I, Ines, gladly accept your hand in marriage. May God grant us long life and many children, my benign husband. And she already loves us. Why does she love us? Because of our grandeur, because she's our spouse, because forgiving. Yeah, there's a lot to love about her. Our beautiful wife. And maybe we want a soulmate this time. We've had such a bad time. No, we're currently learning King Alva's Basque language. No, we will start a scheme with Queen Ines. The question though is, yeah, maybe we'll do that after our pilgrimage, and maybe we can learn so long. But there's something to do here at the royal court before we leave. My courtier Adnan approaches me with concerns regarding the state of our educational materials. We can make do, but imagine the heights of our children could reach if we only had better materials, new wax tablets, parchment, perhaps even ink. Of course, you shall have the funds. I mean, we are all about learning, right? There's no way we're not gonna do this. So that should be something good. We became the new head of the dynasty, and now, oh, there's a new cadet branch, of course. And now, yeah, first the marriage, and then my sister Adara has given birth to a daughter. Yeah, she's been staying at court. Melia, may you grow strong and wise, Melia. And we need more learned young ones here. And you, little one, will get a guardian. How about our brother-in-law? He's also relatively learned. Or we could give it to maybe our... Yeah, why not our brother-in-law? Or our court tutor. Our brother-in-law would like us better then. Here we go. Milia. May you grow strong and wise. Daddy will take care of you. Little girl. So there's that, and let's see. We want to increase control in some countries. We should help, especially our brother, who is our vassal, Kaltrava, maybe. Or not so much. I mean, he can do it himself, and he will probably do it. How about, yeah, that would increase the knight effectiveness, which is great, organizing the army, but we will really want to train our commanders. Okay, so here we go. Our son has learned the Czech-Slovian language. Nice. And we also have a success. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Basque language of King Alva Ximenez of Navarra. Endless hours practicing accentuation, sleepless nights, mimicking inflection, countless lessons, mastering intonation, were all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate King Alva's accent. I'm sure that he would be impressed with my results, and of course Basque peasants now respect me a great deal more. I would feel accomplished. Maybe I could send a letter to him. Yeah, we would do that. And we grow closer to forming a friendship with him, even though he's club-footed and wheezing and will probably die soon. That's just what we want to do. And we can choose a new dynasty legacy. The question is, should we go for a resilient bloodline for generational belligerence or language scholars? I mean, we're following the family tradition, which we've said. So we want to go for warfare or for blood. And maybe we'll just go for the resilient bloodline this time. Just setting a foundation for a beautiful and successful dynasty, which we of course know. We know a lot about nature, and we're a herbalist, so we would understand how this kind of works. Let's see. Now, will we have a marriage now one day? And if not, let's see where she can assist us most. She could assist us in court politics, or she could assist us in just about everything. Managing the domain, that would not help us much. Court intrigue, let's see. She would give us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's what she would give us at the most. So we'll keep her assisting like everywhere a little bit. Nothing's happened, so we'll go on a pilgrimage now. We'll go on a pilgrimage. Prepare for the journey. And let's go to Santiago, to Canterbury, somewhere else. Jerusalem, Vaticano, Cologne. I mean, the Pope has given our family a lot, so we'll go to the churches in Vaticano. He's given a lot of money to us, so that's what we'll do. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I'll travel safely under the protection of God. When I go with the Lord, my realm must wait however long I may be gone. It's time to depart. It's time to depart. We'll see what we'll do there. If she gets pregnant now, we know what the time is. Pilgrimage. Love thy neighbor. Among my fellow pilgrims there's a man who preaches compassion and fellowship until he reaches the topic of heathens. One evening around the campfire he loudly declares them to be abominable monsters in the eyes of God, deviants and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when he looks at them. Tonight I was not quick enough. Do you not agree, O king? Would we agree? Interesting question. I mean, we're forgiving and a mastermind philosopher, but we're a theologian. As we're forgiving, we would probably say they're not all that bad. And we have sympathy for heathens now. That leads to the main taxes from different faiths plus 10%, an opinion and for us and against us, from us and against us increased. So that's good for us. Rodrigo comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Rodrigo is at an end. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards scholarship, such as Rodrigo, can come to truly understand any subject. His understanding of philosophical and theoretical works is impressive. Look at him, he's a mastermind philosopher. And he often engages in debate with his former teachers. Even at such a young age, he can be heard quoting obscure passages to support new ideas and theories. They grow up fast. He's a beautiful ruler now. A ruler, a real ruler. Let's see, our son and vassal. Beautiful. And his betrothed, yeah, he'll have to wait for a year until his wife can take care. We're pretty curious what he will do with his heritage. He has a friend already, Infanta Marquesa Leonores of Portugal, which is our daughter, and she's got the betrothed of here. We could give him a ward too, but now, as you can see, we can educate another child, and we'll do that. We'll educate our daughter. Apparently we take care of our kids, and we can be sure she's our daughter, as she's an albino as well. So we'll take care of her. Whatever, right? What is she doing? We don't know. We'll teach her some learning. She'll probably be personally successful. A grandeur is rising. Yeah, that's something we should also do. Should look at the court and see how it is. It's kind of okay. But it will not rise more. We have an administrative court, which is fine for us. And our wife is waiting for us, sitting there, Looking beautiful. All roads lead to Rome. Pilgrims flock to Rome from all over the Christian world. Some follow the Via Francigena. Others take less well-known paths. In the end, we all converge here, at St. Peter's Basilica, where the great man himself was put to rest. Standing here with the other pilgrims, I sense a feeling of solemn unity and fellowship shared amongst the gathered, all having overcome various trials and tribulations along their journey. I mean, we didn't, but God has actually cared for us very well. We're a determined pilgrim. I've walked the holy path. We're a pilgrim now. Nice. Coming back. Piety per night. We want to learn more about our wife. A declaration of love. The time has come to let my feelings towards Queen Inez be known. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. I'd sing a love ballad. Secretly plant a letter in her chambers. Impress her by winning a sparring match. We have a lot of learning, so this could mean we could maybe sing her a love ballad. Yeah, let's try that. I found a classic Asturias love ballad which suits Inez perfectly. I practice it over and over. Everything must be perfect. I find my treasure walking in the Toledo gardens, surrounded by her friends, with my heart beating like a hammer. I kneel before her and sing. Inez's cheeks turn a deep pomegranate into red, but she does not interrupt me. Her companions all look pleased, or jealous, surely a good sign. You have a beautiful voice, my lord, Inez says before she hurries off. Her friends are quick to follow. I stand up on shaking legs, watching them disappear between the hedges, my heart beating harder than ever. She won't resist my charms for long. Ah, what a beautiful wife we have. What a beautiful... Look at Asturias! What? This is what Asturias has become now. They have captured the whole of Aquitaine, but it's an elective title, I think. No, it's not an elective title. It's... I don't know, primary... Yeah. We'll see. Wow. That's going to be interesting. Well, we've taken over that realm as well. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be real crazy. Converting faith, promoting culture, and we'll see what we can do. Now we're back. We're romancing our wife. That's something we want to focus on. The return. Oh, now we're back. Okay. I thought we would be back right now. My journey has been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the priests and bishops treat me. I've undergone the journey of a holy man, and they insist it has changed something about me, whether I can see it myself or not. It's good to be home. A troubling translation, though. As I step over the threshold to my courtier Adnan's office, that's our court tutor, I find him bent deeply over a book. This translation of Hippocrates is atrocious, he says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I'm as likely to cure my patient as I'm to kill them outright. We could say, let me have a look. He increased his learning and we gained a lot of experience and we have a new perk. Nice. Let's see what we can do. We have whole of body. We have also pedagogy and things like that. So that would be interesting. Theologian. Yeah, we're a theologian and defender of the faith and everything like that. So we are very, very faithful. Converting faith is quicker for us. Let's see. Restraint. Carefree. Yeah, let's wash our hands. Reduced chance of contracting illnesses and for courtiers also to contract illnesses. We'll wash our hands. We're all about the medicine at the moment. We'll wash our hands. pretty wife, a rare flower. As my spring blossom and I walk through the Toledo gardens, I gesture at the greenery around us. For all their beauty, there isn't a single flower which rivals your own, my lady. There is one, she says with a mischievous smile, a rare orchid from Gouget, which is nearly impossible to cultivate. The monastery ruin in Meleda is the only place where it thrives in these regions. We're a herbalist. Nearly impossible? I already have it in my collection. Yeah, we got to show off. We got to show off. And yeah, after that we'll maybe hold court. We'll see. We also need a little bit more money to hold court. Who knows what expects us there? Arnul, our brother, demands an artifact. What does he want? The jewelry. The casket. The casket is so valuable to us. Our uncle. On decline. Wow. He will really hate us. And he has tasteless furniture too. Oh, God. I mean, we need not fear him. We will decline that. It's important that it is with us, this artifact. Betrothed can marry. The betrothed Denise and Infante Rodrigo will now get married. Yeah, that's nice. Irrational villain she is. She kind of likes us. Okay. We will accept. I mean, she's chaste, so it's gonna be good. May Saint Bridget bless their union. We're focusing on chasing around our wife for the moment. For the holiness of the union. My prisoner has died in my dungeons. Oh! Well, let's have a look at our prisoners too. Alberic. Who is this man? A content adventurer? He could be a good knight. He's Catholic and Occitan. We'll recruit you, man. We'll recruit you. Aisa Umayyad. A prisoner and evil zealot. She's incompetent and intrigue. I don't know. We could maybe leave her just to let go. But of course, she needs to be converted. Oh, she will not. She's a zealot. Okay. Yeah, that will stop her. We have Mariam Umayyad, a godless villain. Cynical, callous, and pensive. Maybe we should recruit her. And demand her conversion. She could join us. She's Andalusian. That's not bad. So she'll be the show-off convert, right? And we have Ava Leovigildis de Mes Trasgo. She's ailing. She's a lunatic in the dungeons. She's Muvaladi, who's we could let her demand a conversion, and she would leave. She would hopefully leave. She's a gracious maniac. She's not dangerous though, so we'll just send her away. We have Tariq, our prisoner, a cowardly planner. And an okay knight. He's temperate. We will recruit him. He must learn that. We have Ichak Gundmarez Burunid. He's also Muvaladi and Visigothic. He would be a very good knight. Let's negotiate his release. We want him to convert and we want to recruit him as a knight. Beautiful. Beautiful. An embarrassing odor. I've secured an invitation to a feast in Toledo and a seat close to Ines. Despite my determined attempts, I'm failing to strike up a conversation. She's probably rendered speechless by the intensity of my affection. Suddenly the loudest fart I've ever heard erupts from our table. A few of the guests are looking at Ines. I must save her. It was me. I farted. She's relieved and grateful, and we lose some prestige. Gain kindness. I have no choice but to accept your conditions. Okay, Alberic. We're forcibly recruited. Watch your step now, Alberic. And he's also gracious for the release. She's not that gracious, but she looks kind of unsound. What's your step now, Miriam? Her health is now good. And she's wandering, a gracious maniac. Farewell, Ava. Farewell, Tariq. And we can designate a guardian for the Marquesa. We cannot send... we cannot send anyone there. Okay. Then, who will take care of you, my daughter? You're going for learning? All right. How about Diego? We're still focusing on our wife. Maybe in between we could hold court, right? We want to hold court and do every courtly thing. Before we can... Oh, look at that. We have gained St. George's vertebra. 0.1 piety. The reputed remains of a Christian saint acquired by King Alfonso of Portugal were undertaking his pilgrimage to Vaticano and revered as a token of luck and piety by Catholics. Nice. We acquired that. Nice stuff. Okay. Let's hold court. We wanted to hold court. My goodness. Here are the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. And 3 people come in. Count Ansur of Castello Branco. It's our rival. Count Ansur relays that some of my knights, led by Obada, have passed through the county of Castello Branco recently. They have looted, pillaged, and despoiled the villages and farms in Castello Branco. It's an absolute travesty, my king, and I will not stand for it, declares Count Ansur. What shall I do? I don't think he did that. He's just... My warriors march in defense of us all. Stop complaining. You must return to plunder Obada. Oh God, no. I offer compensation. No. If you cannot keep the peace, then maybe it should be my land. It's an act of tyranny. Nah. You get the county of Castello Branco. Can't answer, loses 60 opinion. Oh no, that's not good for someone like us. My warriors march in defense of us all. Stop complaining. Yeah. And that's what we'll do. But the county of Coimbra control level changed by -30. Oh God. But it's not our county. It's his county. Stop complaining. One of my guards approaches with my courtier Tariq in chains. What? Tariq? We just left him... I caught Tariq here in the process of sending sensitive information to foreign spies in Galicia. What should we do with him? Off with his head? No, we're forgiving. I have different plans for you. Yeah, we cannot risk having him in there. Okay. Forgive once, but not twice. Yes, thickened with anticipation as my brother Infante Estebanno approaches me. My lord, I come with grave news, but with a solution to fix this problem. It's become increasingly clear that the Portuguese and Asturianeses are becoming more, perhaps even too similar. It's paramount that we show them that it's us Asturianeses who are the forefront of innovation. Cultural acceptance would decrease if we accept that. Arrange for an exhibit to show off our greatest accomplishments. There's no need for us. Yeah, let's take the middle option. So he would like us a little bit more. I mean, he's not wrong, right? He's not wrong. There's something we must do. And my business here is done. And he will like us a little bit more for that. Which is great. A changing mind. Infante Vella has been asking me for a scobrel for a long time, and I told him I would get one for him in 3 months if he displayed more focus on his studies. He simply waved my offer away, saying he didn't really care about that anymore. He could stay fickle, or he could become trusting. No, a changing mind is a healthy mind. He's an evil blackguard already. God, what are you doing? My good son. He's learning. Acquaintance died. Yeah. What else? Romance. Unpleasant pleasantries. I'm attending a dance in Toledo to spend some time with Queen Ines. The mere thought of touching hands makes my heart jump. But when I arrive, I find her stuck in a conversation with my brother, Infante Estebanno. The abhorrent man drones on and on, totally oblivious to Ines' discomfort. My charms improve any conversation because of our diplomacy. Yes. Kindness. More kindness. Oh, and we can ask for gold, which would be something we would do. Definitely. We'll ask him for gold. Because we have great plans. We're already building a church holding here. Only 3 years left. We'll put it to good use. May these funds help you spread the true faith in your lands. Yes, indeed. That is what we want to do. We can found a holy order. Oh, that would be nice for us, right? We could found a holy order. Where should it be founded? Maybe in Toledo? Let's see. City of Ocana. City of Talavera. Yeah, in Toledo, where we are just... The city of Talavera. The holder is the mayor of Talavera. Yeah, let's do that. What does it cost us? 500 gold and 1,000 faith. Become the order's patron. Catholicism's fervor increases by 10, and yeah. We want it in the city of Talavera. Here we go. Found a holy order. With your support, Grandmaster Silo has founded the Knights Hospitalier. Yeah, that's a theologian like us. We would definitely do that. A Catholic holy order. Let's see, we have a holy order here. The Knights Templar already hired, and we have the Knights Hospitalier. Not at war with someone of hostile faith. Yeah, if we're at war, then we can hire them. Very nice. It's totally something we should do. Wow, we're so impressive, right? Extremely. The wild hunt. Ines suggested a hunt. I did not hesitate to organize one. I would do anything for a mere glimpse of my honeycomb. I'm stalking through the underbrush. Page at my heel, and my hound just ahead. It seems as if it has found a trail. Then suddenly my concentration is shattered by a woman's scream. I'm coming for you, my love. Within what must have been a minute, it felt like an hour, I reach a clearing. Ines is on the ground before me, disheveled and weaponless. Opposite her and just about to strike stands a huge bear. My arrow strikes true, and the beast falls to the ground. For a moment, all Ines can do is stare. But then she stumbles towards me and throws herself into my arms. I need you, my love, right here and now. So she becomes our soulmate, which is exactly what we wanted. Queen Ines, our soulmate, and she's an eager reveler at the moment, which is nice. Which is nice. Arrogant, forgiving, gregarious. She's helping us so much. Wonderful. My good Queen Ines. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Galicians have started a war. Our nephew? Against whom? Against the Samur. Ah, here, against the Emirate of Samur. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice to know that we have an influence in this world. What a good time we have. Ah, Count Gaton and Leonor de Cantabria are now married. Leonor comes of age. Well, she has a disputed heritage, but she'll go away, so yeah, it's fine. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child. I mean, we personally, we've never had a problem. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Leonor the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. She's only developed a basic understanding of the subject, but at least she's learned the essentials of managing an army, and she's pretty strong too. I can only hope that the rest will come with experience. They grow up fast. They grow up fast. And you already have 2 kids, but it's daughters, and maybe she'll give you a son. My good daughter. Yeah, we want to hold on all of this. Well, let's see. I mean, maybe we could give something to our son. He has Najera. Let's see, 170. We must have a look. The barony gives us 128. This thing gives us 105. This thing 092. I mean, can we give it to our player heir? No, not at all. Not at all. We don't want to give this stuff up. Question is about Cuenca. We could give that to Leonores of Portugal. Why not? Cuenca is a good choice, and we have Molina as well here. Not as good. Cuenca, we're building that thing there. So we're building the monastery there, so we don't want that. Caltrava. That's his already, and we have Malagon here. Don't really want to give him that. But maybe Cuenca after we've built the monastery. That would be a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, there's 2 years until the temple construction is ready, and then we'll give it to him. Let's see. We can create titles. The Duchy of Cordoba and Quimbra. Ah, we can create the Duchy of Quimbra. And if we have that, that should lead to us not losing it. Oh, no, but we do not have the money. I think so. If we can create, though. Oh, I call on you to honor your... Join me in the war for Leonora's claim on the kingdom of Asturias. Leonor's claim. As a defender, which is against the Duke of Cantabria and our cousin. We'll accept that. It's a defensive war. Let's see. Who's our enemy now? It's around here, right? We'll raise all the armies. We'll help, of course. Who will lead these armies? We have the best commanders. Not really, but... Alberic, who's an unyielding defender. We have us. We're not that great in that. Flynd Aguiar. Asturias is defending. Okay. I have this army here. We'll go around there. And then we'll have this army here. I'm not really sure. We'll just go into that direction and we'll see what we have to do, right? There we go. Sebastian II de Narcea. Was that our cousin has died? No, we had an alliance with him. And now King Sebastian III is here. My goodness me. Have we left the war now? No. What is going on with him? My son. Oh, Ines, you've been so brave. Ah, nice. So strong. Words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have a perfect little son. Who will you become, my child? And what shall I call you? Ramon? No. We want it after us, maybe. Let's see. Do we have an Adolfonso already? We have Rodrigo. Vela. Yeah, the third one is Adolfonso. Now the fourth one. Bermudo, Adrien, Karl, Charles. Bermudo. Ude. Maybe then we'll go for a good Catholic name. Estebanu. Antoninus. Bartholomeus. Magnus. Gregory. I don't know. Christian. Yeah. May you grow to be strong and wise, my son. And we want you to be good at warfare. As it's the family tradition. And we'll give you a good guardian. Who would educate the child. A wife. No, we need someone good here. Someone good at warfare too and learning. Let's see. Alberic. Our archbishop is good at martial and at learning. That would be a good idea. Alberic too, though. Let's see. He's cynical, though. And brave, yeah. Brave, callous, shy. He's not cynical. We would probably dislike being cynical. So, here. And that's also very theologian, right? The archbishop would care for him. He's Portuguese. Oh, well. May you grow to be strong and wise, my son Ramon. My son Ramon. We'll help him win. Let's see what's going on there. That's our allies, right? Or is it? That's an enemy army? These are not enemy armies. Or are they? Santina, Bejar. These are allied armies. There's some allied armies coming, right? Okay. We'll go into this direction then. Here we go. My spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone is plotting to kill me. We must stop the villain behind this. That's too crazy. You'll stay here for now. And we'll just go over there. That is all enemy armies. Okay. We'll go over here. Don't worry. We'll walk all over them. Pretty sure. I've been overwhelmed by stress? Why? Mental break. Dark thoughts. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish. But what could possibly help? Writing my worries down will help me focus. Donating to charity. We cannot afford that, but we'll go and write it down. It will help me focus. We're a journaler. Let's see. Yeah, learning, more learning, and stress loss. Good, good, good. We still have a. Why? Because our mother died. She drank herself to death. Oh, great. We need to do something against that. First, we must win the war. First, we must win the war. And maybe our great commander shall lead. No. We have not many such good men. Let's see. Who we have guests. Guest. Only women guests. We'll see what we can do. Charge in. You will also charge in. And then we'll see. Charge! The battle is going okay. That commander has a bit of an advantage towards us. Oh goodness, no! It's going worse than we thought. 3,000 men up against us, but now... Oh, Knight Alberic. Oh, gods. It's going pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Everyone's getting wounded. But we will decimate them. Oh god, no, they decimate us. We need to go. We need to leave here. What a defeat we have there. It has been terrible doing this. We must flee. Our mayor and our courtier Ishag were captured. Not good at all. We've lost many men. They have lost some. Can we? We can, but we can't siege there, right? We should siege then. Running back to Toledo. Not good, not good. What are you doing? Ah, you're sieging here. All right, oh well. The comfort of a friend. There are few things I enjoy more than Paterna's company. We walk the town together, tossing coin, the poor, and forgiving a daring pickpocket. A few acts of charity and forgiveness can truly ease a stressed mind. After this short break, I felt more at ease than I had in a long time. I'm lucky to have a friend like Paterna. A nice little break. Oh, yeah. No longer overwhelmed by stress. Thankfully. Thankfully we have her. Holy Order expands. Leads the barony of Gaeta out to the Knights Hospitalier. Ah, nice. Prince Goy. Wow. That's really, really terrifying. Now, we're really close to losing out. A Knight of Malagon. We need to get to the barony here. And we'll follow up to the bishopric with the other man. I need to help. Oh, look what happened here. Apparently, they captured someone really, really important. Victory! We won the war. Well, so be it. All rebelling vassals are imprisoned. Cousin is imprisoned. Jimeno died of old age. We've learned much of. We're also missing a chancellor. Who should be in there for him? Our brother-in-law, maybe? A knight? André de Valais? Who would be good at this? André de Valais is very good. Count Ansor. Is our vassal. Knight and rival. I mean, what wrong could he do as a chancellor? Not much. Not much. He wants a seat on the council. Let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. What else? We can learn something. We could have an iron constitution. Massive health boost. And we can disband all our armies. Recover a bit. Now we can save up for the Duchy of Quimbra because we create that. I'm halfway sure this will stay with us. We'll give it maybe to our son. Archambault and Roy died. Oh no. Cousin is imprisoned. Yeah, of course he is. So we helped you, King Sebastian. Can we still have an alliance or something like that? Offer to join the war? They still have a war going against Count Arnulf of Orleans. We cannot sway him because he's a kid. All right, all right, all right. The Omen, local mystic, insisted on seeing me, and upon being brought into my presence, he started wailing. And is that blood on his hands? The signs are not in your favor, my lord. I spilled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me your future. It's dark and full of death. Well, that's ominous. We've had a bad omen. Great stuff. For 10 years, health moderate penalty. But we're still feeling fine. We're countering penalties with our iron constitution. Good, good, good. Getting in there. Let's see about the military. We must recover there. What do we have here? More light horsemen? Yeah, that would make a good thing, right? But we could also maybe have onagers or something. For now, though, we want to win wars. For that, we might need horsemen. And this is all mostly fled lands. No, it's not. Oh, well. But nobody said we're good at martial. We're poor at martial. That's why we don't really understand. How is Quencha going? Will that be constructed? Oh, in only 13 months. Very nice. Infante Bernaldo left the prison. Has been released. But he's ill. Better to release him, I guess. How about our son? Does he already have a kid with his spouse? No? That's good. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's Aquitaine again. Yeah, I kind of expected that. What's going on in Aquitaine? Ah, King Alvaro. Yeah, that's the twin. The twin. So it's the kids' war. Wow, that's crazy. But at least it's in the hands of our dynasty, right? We can ransom this man, Duke Munyu. Oh no, freedom does not come for free. Consider my offer. Except that you don't want anything for it. Thanks. We have Ikchagberg. Nice. Okay. For just about nothing, he released my knight. Well then. That's pretty good, I would say. A scheme at court. My spy master has come with grave news. He's certain that Infante Rodrigo, my own son and heir, is scheming against me. Really? He's a rapacious blackguard? Really? I mean, that is shocking to me. I mean, he is deceitful. The traitor be known to all. We'd throw him in jail, but that would anger all of our family. All. Let the traitor be known to all. Yeah. No. I will not accuse him, but it needs to be out there in the open. Rodrigo, what are you doing? What are you freaking doing? Son. We need to guard our spy master. We need to thank our spy master thrice. Can imprison him? Let's see. Yeah, but his family loses opinion. And we're forgiving. So that's another one of the reasons we're not imprisoning him. What's going on in Badajoz? Is there like a succession crisis? Who is he at war with? Count Oduario? Also of House Cantabria. Yeah. The Cantabrians fighting each other. God. It's harsh. Like the Abdallahids. Now, for now, we need that duchy here, and we need it quick because she might die any time. She's a drunkard, and she's 50. It might not go that long. I mean, she's our steward and vassal, but... Queen Inez! Queen Inez. We were doing some love with her, and she's quite up there. She's quite up there. In our arms. King Pelayo has lost against the Emir Batin of Samor. Oh, goodness me. Samor is growing. That's not good. King Pelayo. But he's now feeling fine. He's now skilled. He's grown up now. So that might help in the next war. A curse undone. Captain Ramiro is dead. Not one day too soon. He was our rival. I think he was causing one of the extra-martial daughters that we have here. Like that one here. Infanta Leonor Leonores of Portugal. Oh, we've converted faith. Great, let's convert more faith. Now it's going to go for Ucles. Promoting culture as well is finished. Countess Toda. Go to Ucles. 11 years? Oh well. We maybe should try to sway her somehow. So she's no longer our rival. We're diplomatic and forgiving. So we should do that. Shrine constructed in Zorita. Here we go. That's probably Zorita. The bishopric of Zorita. Holder is our vassal, Bishop Oveku. Nice. And Vela comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Vela is at an end. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards scholarship like Vela can come to truly understand any subject. He's an avid learner. He's become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven himself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. He's going to be good. He's a diplomat, a learner. He's a little bit sadistic, but hey. But hey, hmm. He's got a pretty handsome wife too. And that's good. That's good. I mean, he's our son. We love him. He loves us probably. They grow up so fast. Astute intellectual. Well, let's see. We can have another ward. Our nephew. Why not? I mean, I could think he's a family man. He had 2 wards, so we'll take another one as a ward. That could be something we just do. Duchy of Quimbra. Yeah, we'll get to that very soon. We'll get that duchy towards us. Badajoz battling each other. Asturias, Aquitaine, France. That's of the Carlings. And Asturias is in the middle of it here. Oh God, how's Narcea of our dynasty? My daughter, oh Ines, you've been so brave, so strong. We have another child, our daughter. Infanta Tigridia and Alphonsus of Portugal. Tigridia. No, we'll call her Ines. After our wife, because we love our wife so much, right? That's the wrong way. Ines. Here we go. She's not that pretty, but hey. She needs to survive with intrigues. May you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. And we'll send you to her aunt. Good enough for that. Good enough for that. Infanta Beatriz. Good stuff. Oh, our head of faith can give us gold. And quite a lot. We'll do that because we're preparing for the next war. And what we want is the Duchy of Coimbra. Here we go. We'll create that and we will hold that. That's the realm succession. Ha. Ha. Hopefully that will fix some things. Here comes the tax refund. Nice. So her primary heir is our cousin. Now that's going to be quite complicated. At least we've saved that title for us right now. Let's see if we have our son here. Have we too many duchies? Not really. Okay, that's good. Another duchy to get would be the Duchy of Cordoba. That's here. That will not help us much though. It will only help him. And he can do that himself if he needs to. He has only daughters. Yeah. Sister-in-law. He's chaste. She's compassionate. Well, but he likes us. He likes us quite a bit, and we like him. And hopefully everything will go great. Domestic affairs. Yeah. Is our royal favor? Not really, not really. Let's get on further. How about Menorca? Over a vassalage because he's remote from ours. What is the next thing that we would want to do? First, we might need another antiquarian. Let's see. We have Diego, who's average at that, at least. André de Valais. Poor. A food taster. We have an average food taster. Our aunt. But yeah, we can kind of trust her. But not that much. Master of the Horse. Our son, Infantevella, would be an average Master of the Horse. Our brother, Master of the Hunt. That could also be our son. A Royal Architect. Countess Toda would be excellent at that. Construction time would go down. That is also something. Let's see. A Seneschal to increase control. A bodyguard. Alberic could guard us. That wouldn't be bad. Executioner. I don't think. Let's also look at the prisoners that we have, right? 2 prisoners. Tariq and Ayiza Umayyad. Oh, interesting. She's melancholic. Yeah, she's a zealot, and we have Tariq. Yeah, we've re-imprisoned him. Okay. So what should we do next? Next plan is to attack either Umayyad or Abdalahid. Umayyad is maybe the easier choice. Let's see. He has got an ally. It's Tuat. Tuat should be, yeah, it's somewhere here in the desert. Then we have the Abdalahids. They would be considerably stronger and allied to the Salimids. So the Salimids, yeah, also stronger. The Umayyads are the logical next target because they're relatively weak. And we could combat them for a duchy, and that would be all of their realm, actually. And we'll probably do that in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel Khan signing out. Have a great time until next time, and happy gaming. We're preparing for a holy war against Umayyad. They are kind of better martially, but we have more troops, so let's hope this is enough. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming, and see you soon. Happy gaming.